Hey y'all, welcome to The Tea, and today's episode is some spiritual tea. What's it about? Your instinct, or otherwise known as intuition. So, you all know how you're about to do something and you get this feeling and then you ignore it. And then later on, you realize that feeling that you got initially, you probably should have listened to. Okay. So, what usually happens, and the reason why people say your first instinct is usually right, is because it's the truth. Your first instinct is usually right. But why don't we listen to our first instinct? Good question, right? Okay. So, usually what happens is your first instinct comes through, and then you're like, wait, you process it, you analyze it. Sometimes that process and analyze is like 2.5 seconds, if that. Because what'll happen is that instinct will come through, and then immediately after that, you'll be like, nah. Or you'll be like, man, that ain't about to happen. Or you'll be like, oh my God, say it ain't so, you know? So, so with that being said, because I say that a lot, that's apparently my motto, my phrase. So with that being said, but not seriously, no. When your first instinct comes through, you immediately respond to it with either self-doubt, either disbelief, one of, or some other type of feeling. But whatever that feeling is, that feeling always ends up trumping your first instinct. And then what happens? Then you hit the hindsight's 2020. And then you hit the, oh man, I knew that shit. Or, oh man, I had a bad feeling. Or I knew something was going to go down, you know? So how do we remove ourselves from hindsight 2020 to being fluid with our gifts, with our intuition? Well, when your instinct hits and you have that first thought and you're like, man, I should grab my coat today. But then you turn around and you look outside. Then you turn around and you pull up your phone and check the weather app. And the weather's like, oh, it's not going to be bad. You look outside and, oh, it's going to be sunny. And you're like, nah, I'm not going to grab my coat. But then later on, either some things happened that weren't supposed to and you ended up needing your coat, or it just was colder than it said that it actually was going to be. But you end up with that hindsight 2020. So moving forward, in order to learn how to be more fluid with your intuition, when that first instinct comes in, it's like, oh man, I should grab my coat. Don't doubt it. Don't pull up the weather app. Don't look out the window and be like, oh, it's sunny, I don't need it. Or, oh, it was warm yesterday, I don't need. No, don't do none of that. Your first instinct comes in saying, I need my coat. Go grab your coat. Because at the very least, what's the harm that's going to come to it? And that's kind of the what you have to do, or the mindset that you have to have in order to be fluid with your intuition. If your intuition comes through, another one about the weather, if your intuition comes through and it's like, grab your umbrella, grab your hat, grab your gloves, grab your scarf. And I'm only bringing these up because it's cold as fuck right now. But no, seriously, if your intuition comes in and you about to head out the house and all of a sudden you like grab your coat, all of a sudden you like grab your hat, your scarf, your gloves, your umbrella, all of a sudden something like that comes in, and then you be like, man, I ain't got time. Or man, I don't know where that is. Or man, I gotta find it. No, don't do that. If it says grab your coat, scarf, gloves, hat, umbrella, whatever, if it says go do that, then go do it. Because yeah, you'll be fussing and grabbing and complaining while you're doing it. You can't find it, God knows where it is, whatever, you struggling, but then you find it and then you leave the house. Maybe it was later than what you wanted to leave. Maybe you were running a little bit late, but you were already running late. So you really can't use that as an excuse because you already running late. So a few seconds to turn around, or a few minutes to turn around and go back upstairs, or turn around and go back downstairs, whatever, whichever direction for you in your house it is, to grab whatever it was that you needed to grab. will definitely save you in the discomfort that's going to occur later on. And really, that's what intuition sort of does. Intuition sort of, if you want to look at it in a broad view, intuition sort of keeps you comfortable, you know? So when you don't listen to your intuition, later on, you just all kinds of uncomfortable. Later on, you just all kinds of, let me rephrase that. Later on, you just feeling all kinds of discomfort, you know? And whether or not those uncomfortable and discomforting feelings are, whether they be small, whether they be large, like no matter how big or small they are, those feelings always end up happening when you don't listen to your intuition. So, something to practice. If that small fleeting thought, and then also, actually, before I go into the practice bit, also, one of the things that we don't realize is your intuition may not be loud as fuck, may not be screaming at you, may not even sound like anything. It could be a picture, it could be a random thought, you know, it could be a word. Like, for instance, sometimes when you're getting ready to leave the house, you're like, oh, I should grab my umbrella. That's a whole sentence. Sometimes it ain't like that. Sometimes you're getting ready to grab your house and you're like, why do I feel like I'm looking for something? And then the first thing that, whether it be a word or whether it be a sound, meaning a spoken word, or whether it be a picture, one of those three things, sight, hearing, or I guess sight would be the written word or the picture. So sight and hearing. But no, so whether it be one of those three different ways, but two different categories, or however you want to say that, whether it be one of those things, that's how your gift works. Okay. So listen to that. Your intuition is your gift. Your intuition is your means of communication. I will do another video on that specifically. But that is how you strengthen your intuition, by listening to it, by adhering to it, by taking heed to what your intuition is trying to tell you. If your intuition is telling you this, your first fleeting thought is telling you this, then yeah, that most likely 99.99999% of the time it's correct. Now, to break that down and to go any further, there are a lot of people out there who have things that they need to resolve. So sometimes there can be a confusion between projection and intuition. Okay. And honestly, I can't even really give you a definite example between the two, you know, because they're so close together. But if it's something as simple as, you know what, to practice strengthening your intuition, go with the simple things first. Start paying attention to the simple things. And then once you get comfortable in the simple things, then you'll start noticing how the more complex things are coming through to you, you know? And by that, I mean, again, practice with like the weather. So you're getting ready to go out and you're like, oh, I should grab my umbrella. Okay, cool. Grab your umbrella. Don't even think about it. Don't even, oh, I don't think I need it. No, don't do none of that. Your first thought comes in, grab your umbrella, go do it. Don't question it. Don't do none of that. Or, for instance, you're about to go, mind you, some of these things are like for women because, of course, I'm a woman. But you're about to leave the house. You're about to run to the store real quick, and you're not going to take your purse. You just grab your keys and your wallet and you go. But for some reason, you got to go grab your purse feeling. Go grab your purse. Why? Because somewhere along that route, some reason, somehow, your purse is going to be needed. Ain't no telling what for, but your purse is going to be needed. So just go grab your purse. Or maybe you're going to leave the house in flip flops and all of a sudden it's like, nah, put some sneakers on. Just go put some sneakers on. I don't care if you got to go find some socks. Go put some sneakers on. Okay? Because I will tell you something. There have been many times where I went out and I had flip flops on, but I ended up being out so long and we ended up going to do so many things that I was like, damn, I should have grabbed my sneakers. And before I left the house, I know for a fact I had I should go put my sneakers on. But you know what happened? I was like, man, flip flops is the easiest thing to put on, even though like really there's a a difficulty level with shoes. I mean, come on. But still, it's one of those flip flops are comfortable, yada yada yada. Look, any excuse will do. I was just like, nah, kid, I ain't gonna put them on. I'm gonna wear my flip flops because that's what I feel like wearing. And then we get somewhere and I'm like, damn, I really wish I had some sneakers because now I can't go do, or now I can't really enjoy because I'm so worried about this, that, and the third. So, look here, child. Start practicing listening to your intuition, okay? If your intuition says, take this back road to work today, take it. Just take it. If your intuition says, you should probably Google Maps your route to work today, you should probably do that. If your intuition says, wake your ass up, or go check this, or go look at that, go do it. I'm in the bed, I don't want to get up, or I'm comfortable, I don't want, because that's really all it is. You're comfortable right now, and you don't want to be uncomfortable by getting up from underneath of the blanket, even though the blanket is warm, the bed is warm, you know? But then you look at it and you're like, yeah, but later on, if whatever it was that you were going to go look at or go do turns out to be something that you should have done, now your discomfort is about to last a lot longer than you hopping out the bed for a few seconds, you know? If your intuition is like, yo, you should probably go check your account before you transfer some money into it, you should probably do that. Because you know what? I've had a few times where, because I have separate accounts, so I've had a few times where I transfer money from one account to the other, then get to the other account and was like, bruh, really? We were negative? Come on, kid. Oh my God. And then, I'm just going to say it. Sometimes there's some members on your spirit team that can be a smart ass. Because they be like, so didn't I tell you to check your account before you transferred it? You just wanted to transfer it anyway. But no, you was just going to transfer to check it after you was done. And now you done transferred this money into this account. And this account is still negative. So you still ain't got the money that you was finna transfer over. You should have listened. I'm just saying, those kind of moments happen. And for real, when you have that hindsight's 2020 moment, or damn, I had that feeling moment, check what those thoughts are. Sometimes they funny as fuck. Oh, you should have listened. I'm just saying. That ain't you, bro. That's your spirit team. Sport team? What the fuck is a sport team? Get your life. Anyways. But no, so seriously, y'all. Start adhering to your intuition. And if you're having a hard time deciphering what your intuition is as opposed to projection, basically trust issues with yourself, start focusing on little things, or not focusing, but start practicing little things. Start paying attention to little things, because it's not really something you can practice per se. That's for a later conversation. But start paying attention to the little things, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end this right there. I love you guys. Enjoy your day. Thanks for kicking it with me. And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell, okay? Because y'all want to be notified when I come out with these little spiritual tidbits. You don't want to be missing out now. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy your day, and I'll holler at y'all later.